Okay, so let's see how we can run cusp using a DOS emulator. In this case, the DOS emulator is called DOSBox. You can find that at dosbox.com, but any DOS emulator should work. At this point, I've downloaded DOSBox, I've installed it. I've also downloaded the cusp zip file, and I've installed that in a directory called c/cusp. So the first thing that we need is to load that directory into something that DOSBox can access. So we need to mount the drive. So just type in, we type in mount, and then just choose a directory that you're not using. You're probably not using Y, so just put a Y, then a space, and then type in the name of the directory where you've stored the cusp stuff. So again, in my case, that's C/cusp. So just press enter, and it should tell you that it's been mounted. Now we need to go to that directory, so just type in Y and colon, press enter. Now we should check to see that we've actually got our cusp stuff in here, so just type in dir, and that shows we have the cusp files. Okay, so what we need to do now is assemble our source code file. Source code files end with .csp. As you can see, the very first file listed is a12300.csp. So let's assemble this file. So the assembler is CHASM. So we type in CHASM, and then the name of the file, which is a12300.csp. So this is CHASM is now going to assemble the file, turn it into assembly language. So the first thing it's asking now is, what do we want to call the list file? The list file is what you're going to use to debug your program. It will indicate where any errors are. So if you just press enter, it'll just use the same name for the list file. So in our case, A12300. Now it's asking the same for the object file. Just press enter again. If there's any errors or warnings, they will show up here. There are no errors or warnings here. So now we need to get out of here. So just press Alt-X, and you're out of cusp. So let's see what our list file looks like. We can just do a edit. Edit is a DOS editor. So just do edit A12300.lst, and here's our list file. So what this is showing us is our program, which is on the right, and on the left, the second column is the address where it's going to be stored in memory, and the contents in machine language, in hexadecimal. So that's good. There's no errors, so we can just close this. We can check to see that we actually have an object file that we can run, and you'll see there's an A12300.obj object file. So now we can actually start up cusp and try to run our program. So to do that, we just enter cusp, and this is cusp. On the left side, the top left corner, this is our display. What's on the right hand side is memory. So memory has several columns: the location, the address, the value if it's a signed integer, the value if it's a character, and what it is if it's an instruction. At this point, we've just started the program. There's nothing in memory. This is just random bits. So we need to start loading some stuff. So we press F for file operation. Then we press L to load our files. So it's asking for the file name. So cusp has a mini operating system, so we might as well use it. So it's MINI mini, and then underscore, and then OS. So just press enter, and it says it loaded normally. Press escape to get back to where we were. So now we've loaded the operating system. Now we need to load our source code file, or actually our object file. So press L again. Now we'll type in our A12300, and we want the object file, so .obj. And press enter, and it tells us that our program loaded normally. So this is good. This is actually the same program that you'll be using on the first question of the first assignment. So escape. Now we need to get back to the main screen, or the home base. To get back to there, it's actually Alt-H, H for home base. So Alt-H takes us back to here. So now we can run our program. So let's press B to begin execution. It's asking for the PC value. This is the value where the first instruction of our program is being stored. We set that to be 100. So we'll enter 100. And now it's asking me to enter a non-negative value. So let's enter 8. It wants another one. So let's enter a negative number. Let's enter -9. So it's telling us that no negative values are allowed and to try over again. So we'll enter, 9 this time. Now it wants another non-negative value. So we'll enter 2. And now it's telling us that the sum of the values is 19. If you look down at the very bottom under execution terminated, it tells us that it stopped because of a halt instruction. So this is good. Our program has run the way it was intended to be run. So this is how you assemble and run a program in cusp. To get out of cusp, just press escape. And to close cusp down, just press X for exit. If you want to get out of DOSBox, just type in exit. And now we're back to where we were before.